Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Sierra Center for Spiritual Living. We're going to get started with our first two community songs. Marilyn Gale is our musician this morning. Here we go.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. Only one. Only one, two, three, four. There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. Only one. Only one. Only one. There's only one.
Good morning again. I want to welcome everybody who is joining us virtually on YouTube, Zoom, and Facebook. I want to welcome folks here in the room. I am Reverend Rafe Ellis. I am so honored and privileged to be the senior minister here at Sierra Center for Spiritual Living. And it is my pleasure to share with those of you who may be joining us for the first time who we are and remind us of who we are. We are a radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, supportive community that celebrates the diversity of creation. We strive to live authentic spiritual lives through a practical application of the teachings of science of mind. We engage in sacred practices that uplift our spirit, deepen our awareness, and ignite our soul's self-expression. We demonstrate active compassion to ourselves, each other, and the world. We experience meaningful contribution through giving generously of our time, talents, and treasures, and we intentionally promote our community and our teachings. And one of the things that we do every Sunday morning is our inclusion candle lighting ritual. And so I'm going to ask Marilyn to come assist me with that. Get her fired up here. We light these candles to celebrate the unity of all peoples, all faiths, all beings, all life. We light the first candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples. We light the second candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the third candle for Taoism, honoring the path of ultimate reality, the natural way. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the middle way and path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the teachings of Jesus as the path of love, forgiveness, and healing by the presence within. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought teachings, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles of love and law. We light the 10th candle for absolute inclusivity, affirming that all are welcome and celebrated here. And we light this final candle, honoring the infinity of oneness as all creation, seen and unseen. And now Marilyn, wearing multiple hats this morning, is going to lead us in our next community song, Everything is Holy Now.
When I was a boy, Joey, Sunday we would go to church, pay attention to the priest. He would read the holy word, consecrate the holy bread. Everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything, oh, everything is holy now.
So this is our time of announcements. We just got a few because we've done a few things, so we have fewer announcements now because we've finished some of them. We are here and we are still open in person. We are following the county mandate and now which is the whole California mandate that would be mask if we're inside. The only exceptions to that is the speaker and the musicians. We also have a bead system in place so that you can communicate your comfort zone to other folks. If you want folks to stay 6 feet away and not approach you to touch you, you can wear a red beaded necklace, and that just lets them know that's where you're at. If you are still figuring it out, one person at a time, one moment at a time, you can wear a yellow beaded necklace, and that just signifies, please ask me before you approach me or reach out to touch me. And if you're good being in close proximity and having conversations with folks and shaking hands and hugging and all those things, you can wear a green beaded necklace. We also have seat savers. So if you want to put one on either side of you to establish a safer space for yourself, you're welcome to do that. And just a side note, if you have been exposed or think you've been exposed, please honor this sacred space and every sacred life that comes in here by staying home until you know for sure what your status is. If you have been here and then within the week turn up with a positive test, please reach out and let me know so that we can be responsible in contact tracing. We're going to navigate this free of any guilt and shame and with as much responsibility as we can possibly figure out how to do. We may not all agree, but we are going to follow the guidance that is available and make shifts as we need to. And we have a board of trustees that is paying attention and making decisions on a regular basis on how we move forward. And so we're going to trust the God in them to know what is best for our whole community as we navigate this thing. Okay. Parent support group. We started it, then we dialed it back because it was too much for the holidays. Right now it is scheduled for Thursdays from 6 to 7. If you are interested, if you are in need of parent support and Thursdays don't work for you, shoot me an email at revrafe@sierracenter.org and let me know what day and time would work for you. We can be flexible, and we plan on rolling this back out beginning of the year. I will be actually sending out a survey probably in the Nevada City Peeps, the Grass Valley Peeps, and the Nevada County Peeps Facebook sites to get input from the larger community to see what would work best for everybody. We are still finishing up our annual pledge. If you have not pledged, if you have not reaffirmed your membership to Sierra Center, it is not too late. In fact, it's never too late. But we do want to get everything in by the end of the year. And so you can fill this out and send it in by snail mail, or you can go to our website, www.sierracenter.org, 2022-pledge-card.html, and fill it out online. Our website is secure, so your information is secure. We are seeking 2 new board members, and those applications need to be in by the end of this week. We do have 1 application in, and we would like to have at least 2, if not more. We are particularly seeking folks that have skill sets in finance and in marketing and publications, and so if something just went off in your head that said, oh no, that's not me, it might be you. It might just be the human you arguing with the spiritual you. So give it some thought. You can also access the board application on the website, or you can email the Juanita here at office@sierracenter.org, and she will get an application to you. This coming Saturday is New Year's Day, and I will be hosting a vision board workshop. So if you have an interest in diving deep to see what Spirit has to say about what it wants to reveal as you in this next year, come join us for this workshop. It's $25 investment that covers all of your materials. You do need to pre-register so that I know how many to get. Registering Saturday morning might be pushing the envelope a little bit, so please register by the end of the day on Friday so I will know how many materials to bring for the workshop. And starting the Wednesday after the first Wednesday of the month, we will be here on Wednesday evenings from 6 to 7 for our Going Deeper discussion. And what that will be is just a relaxed discussion about how to put the topics from Sunday morning into practical application in your life. It's an opportunity to get real. It's an opportunity to build community and build relationships with one another, and really to support one another in living these teachings. It's great to hear them on Sunday morning. It's a whole nother thing to put them into practical application in your life. So I invite you to join us for that on Wednesday evenings. Center for Spiritual Living has put out a companion journal for 2022. And it follows along with each weekly topic, gives you some questions to consider. So I invite you, if that would be helpful, you can order that through the website. You can just go to csl.org, and there's a store there, and you can get that for $14.95 plus shipping and handling. It's a beautiful journal. I think that's it. Okay. So now we're going to change gears. And this morning, our community value. Every Sunday morning, we look at one of our 7 community values to just kind of on a regular rotation, keep them fresh in our mind. This morning's community value is love. And you may or may not be aware. Thank you, Reverend Deborah Johnson, for shooting me a text message this morning to make me aware. The Honorable Bishop Desmond Tutu made his transition at the age of 90. And if anybody that I am aware of embodies this idea of love at a universal community level, it is Bishop Tutu. He was subjected to things that most of us can't even imagine, and he never stopped loving. He never, ever became his haters. And so his life, I think, is a good beacon to go to consider this community value of love and how we show up and how we have every opportunity to never become our haters, ever, no matter what. And so thank you for that gift, Bishop Tutu. And so now we're going to just take that into our meditation. Marilyn's going to lead us in the transition song, Surely the Presence, and then we will go into a brief meditation, and I will bring us out of the meditation with our opening affirmative prayer.
Surely the presence of
So breathing deeper into this place of stillness, I recognize that there truly is only one infinite, ever-present allness, one love, one life, one peace, one power, one presence. That it is that thing that creates out of itself, by itself, to expand its experience of itself in, through, and as its creation. Fully infusing its creation with all that it is, with all of its power, with all of its presence. So I know that I am that in form. I know that every form is that. Because what is true of one must be true of all. And so I speak my word this morning, claiming and affirming an awakening of this divine presence within every physical iteration of it, at whatever level it is the divine in form. And so I speak my word, claiming and affirming that this time together is a time where each has come to hear exactly what they are to hear to move their journey forward, their expression of divinity forward. That each will hear something completely different. That many will hear something that is never said audibly. Because that is the power of the infinite. I speak a word of gratitude for every heart and every hand in the history of Sierra Center for Spiritual Living that has grown it and sustained it, that continues to bless it as it prospers, as it changes, as it constantly creates itself anew. I speak a word of gratitude for this thing I call my job. That I get to be in service to the divine, to humanity. Grateful, grateful, grateful. And so I release my word, knowing it is the word of the infinite, spoken into being, that it's already done. And we simply let go and lean into this experience of it, of ourselves as it. We let go, we let it be. And so it is. So this is our time of affirmation. I have to confess, I am again totally distracted by this beautiful Rosalina. I told Deborah last week that there's another woman in my life now. Because I am totally in love with this baby. And I ain't even ashamed of it. All right, so I will read our affirmation through once, and then we will say it together. Life is all I am, and all I am is life. Let's say that together. Life is all I am, and all I am is life. So it is.
And so it's the day after Christmas, but it's still the season, and I'm feeling this song might be appropriate for all of us. And I do want to say that the song is not specifically for a person, but it is for spirit. What can I give sing Merry Christmas yesterday, and for sure a Happy New Year coming right up. Life with you, will it bring such joy and laughter? Oh, my love, I'm grateful that you're here, and I'm looking forward to living through another year. Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. Happy, happy, Happy New Year to you. Happy, 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 Happy New Year.
I'm here. No, I'm not. Now I'm back. Let's take a breath together. So, our talk title this morning is A New Dawn. And I'm going to start with the Reverend Dr. Howard Thurman, The Work of Christmas. When the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, and when the shepherds are back with their flock, the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among others, to make music in the heart. And so while Christmas happens in a day, the work of Christmas, the work of Christ consciousness, has to be an ongoing dawn of a new dawn, of a new day, of a new moment, of a new thought, continuously. Now, it's weird having a recovery birthday on the 22nd of December, and then having a belly button birthday on the 24th of December. Everything kind of jumping in there together, right? And having been raised in the church and now being a minister, I'm always in church on my birthday, and that's okay. Honestly, I'm kind of always in church even if I'm not in the building, if truth be told. And I think that's really what this call to live Christ consciousness is really about. It's not about a person. It's about a consciousness that lives and moves and has its being in each of us. But this past birthday, I got a pretty amazing surprise. The Board of Trustees here at Sierra Center got me 3 amazing ties. I have like 3 tie racks because I just love ties. But these ties are different. These ties are special in a way that says, we see you. They are made by a African-American owned business, Designs by Dawn. I highly recommend you check out their website. You can just put that in there, Designed by Dawn, and it'll come up. But every tie has a story. Every tie has a symbolism. And so on today, the first day of Kwanzaa, which is a Afrocentric, Afro-created celebration of resilience and of community and of principle, I wore this tie. And this tie, let me tell you about this tie. This tie stands for perseverance or fortitude. The symbol depicts the value of overcoming obstacles. The symbolism behind the design, somebody mentioned on Facebook that they liked the tire tread design. It's not tire treads. Here's what this design really is. It symbolizes behind this design when animals in Ghana were observed climbing a very dangerous raffia tree. Now, the raffia tree has sharp thorns with branches that point upward in steep direction, which in this tie symbolizes overcoming challenges. The challenge for the animals was to reach the top, which seemed insurmountable. The animals planned. They were patient. They moved methodically upward and overcame the obstacles until they eventually reached their goal. And so this tie is about inspiration. This tie is a reminder to be thoughtful, to be pragmatic, to be intentional, to be conscious in navigating this thing called human life, which I don't know about you, but I think obstacles and human life are kind of synonymous, right? The spiritual life is free of obstacles, but this human existence is a journey of overcoming one obstacle after another, and sometimes it just feels insurmountable. Sometimes we have that sense of, is this ever going to end? I imagine many of us are feeling that in this new wave of this virus that is doing exactly what it does, which is mutate, which is change, which is be a part of the evolutionary process. It's not a thing in and of itself that it's not, sometimes when I talk to people, they talk about COVID as if it is a person that has a list of people that it's going to go get. That it's out to get certain people. What a crock. It's a virus. It doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care what you are. It's just busy being exactly what it was created to be, a virus. We have divine intelligence within us that gives us some really significant power of how to navigate this journey on planet Earth. I think the challenge is, and what I really want to focus on this morning, is our denial of the fear that we are living in. Fear of losing a global economy. Fear of losing a way of life. Fear of losing our life. Right? And how that shows up is we're very attached to things in this physical realm. And everything, folks, like it or not, everything in this physical realm is temporal. It's impermanent. We can learn a lot from our Buddhist brothers and sisters during this time, that this whole journey is about practicing impermanence, letting go of attachment. Now, yeah, Rev, that's great. That's all easy to say, but how do you do it? You do it with spiritual practice. We say in our opening that we strive to live authentic spiritual lives through a practical application of these teachings. That's how you do it. It will not serve any of us to sit down, read something, come on Sunday morning, hear a message, and then leave it where we heard it and do nothing with it. That doesn't help. If anything, it can exacerbate this human problem journey thing. We got to understand, everyone in human form is raised with human conditioning. We are all raised on a reward-punishment thought system. If you think correctly, you're rewarded with stuff. If you mess up, you lose your stuff. It's all about stuff, right? Who has the most power? People with the most money. Why? Because we have all socially agreed to the system. And we all support the system. Now, I would love to tell you I have a magical formula of how to live on planet Earth and not participate in that system. I don't know how to do it. I'm not willing. That's not true that I don't know how to do it. I could give up my home. I could give up using electricity. I could give up all connection with money and property and prestige. I could give all that up. I'm not willing to, if I tell the truth. I like being warm. I like being dry. Last night I had to go out and put the chains on my truck for this pending snow that keeps shifting. Right? And, I got back in the house, and my rear end was literally like an ice cube, two little butt cheek ice cubes back there because they were wet and cold. I was really grateful that I have dry clothes and a warm house and a dryer to put my wet pants in and a nice soft couch to sit on while my rear end thawed out. I am not, if I'm telling the real truth, I am unwilling to give all that up, to not support a system that abuses. But what I am willing to do is not participate in the abuse. That's what I am willing to do. I am willing, when I see abuse, to speak truth to power. Now, that's not fun sometimes. You will get, when you step out and you challenge power, when you challenge people with power and you tell them the truth, buckle up, because it's going to get bumpy. The ride is going to get bumpy. Because the whole thing that happens, the minute we stand up and say no, 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 everything converges to get you back in line with yes. Right? As a white man, when I stand up against racism, the white male community comes out of the woodwork to get me back in line. Do I not recognize my skin color? Do you not know who you are? You can't speak out against this stuff. Every time you say something about racism, you're saying all white men are bad. No, that's what you're hearing. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that equity matters. What I'm saying is that we are all created equal. But when you are raised with a belief in supremacy, there is no equality mentality in you. And so we experience that as a threat to what we are. When we talk about money serving everybody equally, those people that have lots of it, play backs up because all they think about is losing their money. We can't embrace and embody equity from a place of afraid to lose. We can't. This idea of losing things perpetrates us clinching. It perpetrates us holding on to. It perpetrates separation. And it perpetrates making my needs more important than your needs. And that's a lie. We are all created out of one thing. Not one of us is more important than the other. Not one. Not one of us is more deserving than another. Not one. And so the practice is this. Let go of everything, every night before you go to sleep. In your spiritual practice, let go. Release your mental hold on everything and everybody, including the very human life you live. Let go. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing, your spiritual practice, let go. Actively, mentally, consciously, intentionally release the need to have and embody the intention to be. Because when we be who we are, when we be Christ consciousness, we don't have to worry about what we need. We don't. Everything is provided. It may be provided differently than we anticipated. But what I know is that when I will anchor into the truth that what created me has already supplied me with everything I think I need, life shows up in magical ways. I'll wrap up with this. All of us want COVID to be over. I don't know anybody. I have yet to talk to anybody that says, man, I am really enjoying this COVID craziness, and I'm good if it just continues forever. If you're out there, call me. I would love to meet you. What we're being invited to let go of is everything we think COVID is taking away from us. Perhaps, rather than looking at what we're losing, we shift our attention, we shift our intention, we shift our focus to what is being birthed. Where is the newness? What is there for me to lean into? And we collectively cut the anchor that just might be holding us back. Perhaps there is a gift in this evolutionary process of COVID. And perhaps the sooner we collectively lean into the newness of what is being birthed, the quicker it will end. Let's take this into prayer. I recognize the infinite. I recognize the oneness. I recognize that if it's all God, if it's all Spirit, if it's all divine, then it's all God, all Spirit, all divine. No exception, no exclusion. And so I open to receive infinite intelligence guiding every step, every breath. I let go of everything I think I need. I let go of everything I think I know. I let go of every form of every social construct. I let go of my family. I let go of my pets. I let go of my home. I let go of my job. I let go of my career. I let go of my very life as being necessary, as being definitive. And I open to the divine expressing itself in, through, and as this thing I call me, exactly as it needs to happen, exactly as it is ordained to happen. I embrace the unknown. I embrace the mystery. I embody an assurance that it knows because, by God, it knows that all is well. That I am evolution in form. That life is always moving itself forward, unfolding itself. And I surrender and joyfully jump on the ride, letting go of all need to control the journey. I say yes. Grateful to know that this thing which created never harms its creation, so no harm can come. Grateful, grateful, grateful. So I invite you to open, to embrace, to make this prayer your prayer as we move into a new dawn, and say together, and so it is. Let's take a breath together. So this is our time where we shift into our conscious giving. I just love that child. I love those noises. You can't say you're open to families and children and be annoyed by babies. That's one of those ain't true. If you are joining us online, I would appreciate you going to that website right there that you can see on your screen, www.sierracenter.org/donate.html, and give as we have given freely to you. Give freely to support this center and its ministries. Thank you. Let's say our giving affirmation together. Here we go. I give this gift with love and joy, from a consciousness of abundance. Divine love blesses and prospers all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. Love is my source, love is my power, love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me
And so I speak a word of blessing, a word of gratitude for the gift, for the energy, for the manifestation of the divine as money, knowing that we give through Sierra Center for Spiritual Living to do good work in the world and continue to create a world that truly works for all. And so it is. And so now, our giving tree. You people are amazing. And I want to particularly thank our online community. I put it out there on my recovery birthday and asked people to celebrate with me by donating to our giving tree. And we have, as of Christmas Eve, now collected $2,226, all of which is matched. So that is doubled. Here's the thing. We've got 1 week left. We have $1,274 left that will match contributions. So let's find in your pocket, in your bank account, wherever it is, unroll your couch, find the change in your couch, I don't care. But I am holding a vision that this $1,274 comes in here so that we maximize, and that will automatically make our total giving tree this year $7,000. And that will put us pretty on track for our budget for this year. So I'm just seeing it done and knowing it's true and thanking you in advance, whoever you are. Okay, reminder, New Year's Day, the Visioning Workshop. If you want to attend, please register so I know that you're coming and can take care of you. So let's stand and do our benediction together, shall we? Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called
It is this thing called love.
life. It is this thing called
It is this thing called
love.
a new dawn.
It is this thing called a new dawn.
I know it. I feel it. I sense it. Because I am it. And so it is. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, Juanita. My brain is like channeling snow up there. Thank each of you for coming out in the cold. Thank each of you for joining us on Facebook, Zoom, and YouTube. Marilyn's going to sing us out. Here we go.
And thank you, Rev Rafe.
You're very welcome.
I give myself permission.